Hey guys, welcome to the Stars in the Making. My name is Ricardo Ngolo, of course, Shams Vision behind the camera. Today we're going to talk about dreams. How do you set yourself to win? We are here with a special guest. Is the stuff for today, SUKAINA. She's a YouTuber and a nursing student. She's almost done. So let's welcome the one and only SUKAINA. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Wow. SUKAINA, nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. This is exciting.
Awesome. So, SUKAINA, we're talking about dreams, and you are one of, I think, one of the stars like on YouTube that I watch your content, and I really wanted you to be here on the Stars in the Making, and you are definitely a star in the making. And talk to me about you.
All right. Well, to start, I am working on a YouTube channel.
Right.
Because that is like one of my dreams. But I'm also in nursing school, and I'm graduating next May.
Yeah.
So I'll be a registered nurse. But I'm also working as a PCA, which is a nurse's assistant right now, to get some more experience. So
Awesome.
A lot of different dreams going on at the moment.
Beautiful. Talk to me about your background. Where are you from?
So I was born and raised here, but my family kind of comes from like all over.
Yeah.
As you know. But I was raised by a single mom, so that definitely, built up my character a little differently and kind of shaped me differently in a good way. But,
Right. Yeah. When you say you brought up a single mom, I know exactly how that, I can, I don't have experience on that, but I think there is many people out there that they think that just because they grow up in environment or with one like parent, and they think that that's kind of like, they are low, like they think that they have kind of advantage. Like, can you tell me a little bit like how this shapes you in a way that you feel sorry for yourself, you feel like you're a victim or things like that? Because what I see about you, especially when I watch your videos and how you approach life, you have a very different view. So can you tell me about like how do you see this, like growing up as a single mom? Like, what is your view on all of this?
Well, I feel like there's a negative in anything that you look at.
Right.
Even like the best things in the world, but I try to see the positive in everything because why not? And a lot of people look at a situation growing up like that and they're just gonna focus on like all of the negatives, but like growing up and maturing, like I realized that only kind of made me stronger. It definitely made me more responsible because I had to take on more roles to like help out, and there's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Pressure is a big thing.
I love when you talk about the pressure. The pressure. So you are the firstborn, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And talk to me about as being the firstborn and growing up as single mom. What kind of pressure that you had to face, and how do you see life in that matter? Because I understand I am the firstborn as well. And I know that it is like I have siblings, my brother and my sister, they look up to me so much. And that puts so much pressure on myself, like to succeed in life, to do something. And how do you deal with that? Talk to me.
Yeah, that is a big thing. How you said your siblings look up to you. So I have my younger sister looking up to me, and then I have my mom who has a lot of expectations for me being the firstborn. And it's like this pressure that you need to succeed, not just for yourself, but for your family. Because you want to help and like give back, especially like with a single parent who's like, struggling on their own. It's like you have this pressure, like when you succeed and do well, like you want to be able to give back and help and like finally contribute, which I think is amazing and is something like I definitely look forward to being able to do. Yeah. But there is a lot of pressure with that because you're the firstborn and you're the first one doing everything for the first time and like setting the scene like for everyone. Yeah. So it's a lot.
Wow. That's very important for everybody to see. And in any point, do you see yourself as a victim? like thinking that just because you are in that setting, because sometimes you can see yourself, your friends or whatever, they have mom and dad, a stable family.
Right.
They talk about their mom, they talk about the dad, same family. How do you see yourself in this kind of environment when you have like everywhere, like other friends there, just they can get whatever they want to get, and you are in that situation that you gotta pave your own path and to get things done? How do you see that? Like, how do you view that in order to succeed in life? Like, is that it's a way for you, motivates you, or keeps you down, like feeling sorry for yourself?
I feel like it's definitely more motivating. I've never seen myself in a victim role. Like, even though I grew up in a single parent household, like my father is still very much in the picture.
Right.
But like, obviously there is that, it's just a little different when your parents aren't together and married together. Like, they're working separately. So I've never seen it as a victim. It's just always been more motivating and helped me appreciate things a lot more. And I feel like it just builds you stronger because you have to go through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And, my mom has always been able to give me everything.
Yeah.
And like, I know a lot of single parents, they're not able to do a lot on their own because it's incredibly difficult. But like,
right.
I was lucky enough that my mom has been working and she's still working to give me and my sister absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Love it to hear that. And tell me about your major. Like, how did you were pretty much an artist, you almost done.
Yeah.
So you're graduating earlier next year, right?
God willing, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And talk to me about your major. How did you follow that? You really wanted to be a nurse, or because somebody else told you to be that?
My first goal was like, I always just wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, I wanted to be an influencer, but I knew I had to think more realistically and kind of come into touch with myself and like what I felt like I wanted to do. And I know growing up and still to this day, I'm a people pleaser, and I find a lot of comfort in helping people and just being there for people. Yeah. And I love to leave people happier than I met them. I'm a very positive person. I love to help.
I love to hear that from you. That's really awesome. And what you said, you are a people pleaser. And what do you mean by that? Like, actually, like being a people pleaser?
I feel like this can be looked at as a good and a bad way, as with anything in life. But for me, I tend to always put a lot of other people's needs before mine. And it's like always my goal to make sure that people around me are happy, they're getting what they want, and like I make it my responsibility before I think about myself and what I want. And I mean, you can see how it's not always a positive thing.
Most of the time that's can be disappointing sometimes, like, because you have to put yourself first regardless of the situation. And you had what did you learn from that when you put people first and then they disappoint you? Did you face some disappointments by doing that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was like a big downfall and big realization I came to where I'm like, I need to start putting myself first and doing what makes me happy. Right. Because I mean, I think that's what everyone should do, do what makes you happy. And I found nursing to be something that would make me really happy because for the type of personality and person I am, and I just love to help. Yeah. And finding that comfort in that, nurses help. And even if I can't save their life or cure them from whatever they're going through, being able to make them happy or to help them in any small way is a big thing to me. And it's just very rewarding.
Beautiful. Yeah. And I wanted to talk to you about something regardless of social media. As an influencer, I see your videos when you started, and actually you put so much valuable content. I was talking to Shams, about you, like your content and everything. It's just it's amazing.
Thank you.
Like what you put out there, because it's something very valuable. It's not just some kind of videos, like it's just some, sorry my language, some dumb videos out there, that because you see many bad things, like especially on social media, and you actually chose to talking about your major, why you understand, and then putting valuable content to help other people out there that they are not there yet, and they're trying to get to the point where you are. And I really love that. That's one of the main reasons we have you here.
Thank you.
And how did you fall your dreams, really? Like, you wanted to be a nurse, and also as influencer, you just wanted to put out there, like on social media, because you wanted to be famous, or because you have something behind it?
I feel
Why is that?
Yeah, I feel like you see nowadays, like a lot of people are getting into social media, like, because they just want like the fame, but like you learn really fast that like if you're not doing it because it's something that makes you happy, and you're doing anything for money, you're never gonna find happiness, and it's not gonna last long.
Right.
And I just always, like, growing up, I was obsessed with watching YouTubers like Bethany Moda, like
nice.
Days in My Life, what I got for Christmas, makeup videos, and I started making videos like that when I was younger, and then, I mean, they're privated now because they were so bad when I was a kid. But I
wow. I love it. I love your energy. Where did you start? Because I know you, and I know a little about your story. You told me there is this one time you told me you were very very shy and very timid, especially with the camera and all that stuff. And just for you to be here as an influencer, and I see your energy, because something you cannot never hide as how you show yourself on the camera. Because if you don't really show yourself as you, the energy can show, even though you can hiding some stuff, but the energy that you send out there, people can feel it. How you are sending the message and all this kind of stuff, people can feel it. And how do you came out of that, of that shyness, and then showing yourself out there? Because your energy is very pure, how you send your message. It's like, what is the secret on that? Because I know many people have problem on that, in just showing themselves out there on camera, they freak out and all that kind of stuff. Talk to me about it.
I think honestly the secret is your mindset. If you just need to put yourself in that mindset that I'm gonna do what makes me happy, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm not gonna care what people think. Because if the way I thought about it, especially in high school, I was very scared of people I knew finding it, because I was afraid of judgment, everyone would be. It's can be seen as an embarrassing thing. So that kind of stunted me in a lot in following that part of my life. But I kind of grew out of that shell in college because I just matured, and I realized I'm not living my life to please anyone. I'm not living my life to meet anyone else's expectations of me. I'm living my life for myself. Can you
repeat again? Look at your camera and say it again. I love that. Yeah, so you are not living your life. I love that line. Can you go it again, please? Yeah.
So, I would say the biggest takeaway is, you are not living your life for anyone. You're living your life for yourself. And if you're going to try and live your life to please people and do what people expect of you, you're going to be very unhappy, and you're not going to achieve anything that you want to do. So you just got to do things for yourself and not care what people think, because it really doesn't matter except for what you think.
Exactly. Wow.
You got one life. Do it right.
That's it. When you said you got one life, that's so true.
Yeah.
I got to the point that I used to be very I'm still kind of introvert.
Same. I am too,
individual. I'm not that guy hey, hello, talk to everybody. But you got to get to a point that you gotta get when you have to share your own idea, you gotta own some idea that it's some way at some point is gonna help someone out there, whatever the situation may be. You just do it.
Do it.
Just forget whatever people are gonna say, or whatever, as long as you are not doing anything that maybe is gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt. Controversial or whatever it is not gonna hurt anyone. You should just do it. That's most people need, because you see very intelligent people with great ideas, because it's just take one idea to help millions of people, and that's That's the idea of the stars in the making here. We want everybody, if you have an idea to share, please share it. Don't be shy, don't be anything. Share it with the words, because the end of the day, we are not here for too long.
We really are.
We are not here for too long. You're not gonna live forever. We don't know. Like, life happens in 5 minutes from now, 10 minutes for God forbid, anything can happen. You are no longer here. So, like, just disregard everything what anyone might say and live your life and live your dreams. That's the most important thing that we should do, and follow our own dreams. Yeah. And
I mean, people are gonna talk regardless of what you do. Like,
thank you.
So, like, if you're gonna pay attention to it, like, you're not gonna grow. Like, you're done. And, like, I always think about it, like, you don't want to grow old and, like, have nothing to tell your kids, or just, you don't want to be like, oh, like, I just wish when I was younger, like, I did this, because, like, I don't want to be like that when I'm older. I want to be like, yes, I did that, and I'm happy I did that.
That's so true. When you say that, like, people are gonna say, regardless of what you do, either good or bad, people, they will judge.
Always. Yeah. You can't win.
So, I had to study about myself so much that I got to the point that, okay, regardless of the situation, maybe I'm going to just be me, If they judge, they can judge. I really don't care, because somebody said, what people say about you is none of your business.
Yeah.
And that's just so true. Either you stay there or not, they will say it. And they're already saying it.
They already are.
Just being yourself, the power of understanding that, okay, I'm going to be myself and I'm going to do whatever I want to do in life. When I get to certain age that I cannot do certain things, you look back, you actually feel happy, like, oh, wow, I did it. Yeah. And you help someone out there who, maybe was suffering or whatever. You share your idea. And I think that's one of the most important thing. Yeah. So
I agree.
What do you want to say to someone who has a great idea and he doesn't want to take that because of shyness or whatever the case may be? What do you want to say to those people?
I feel like this is something I would also say to my younger self.
Yeah.
For sure. Just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, literally just don't care, because you're never going to please everyone. You're not going to satisfy everyone.
Yeah.
And, when you're looking up at all these influencers and people that, you want to be like or admire, if you really think about it, they wouldn't be where they were today if they cared about what people thought. Like, look at the celebrities. They bashed them left and right. And if they cared about what the media was saying, they would not be the influencer they are today.
I love that.
Like, you have to just push through. Like, life is not easy. You have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that you're going to go through obstacles. You're going to get put through uncomfortable situations, but, like, that's just part of the journey. Like, that's just how it is. Very, very true.
And when you say that, how do you deal with maybe what can I say? When you get to a certain point, right?
Yeah.
In life, you put content, because people nowadays, we live in a generation that everybody want to grow so fast.
Yeah.
Like, just because they put one video out or one thing and they think in their head, like, they feel like, okay, oh, this is great. I think this is going to go viral. Like, how do you deal with that? Because as a content creator yourself, you understand that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with that kind of pressure? Do you have that kind of mentality as well, or you just do it because you love it?
I would say, like, when I was younger, like, when I started making videos in high school, I had like a couple of videos that honestly went viral.
Beautiful.
And that was great. That was honestly great. But I was surprised with it, because I didn't put any video out there saying, oh, this is going to get a certain amount of views, or it's going to get me somewhere. I was like, I'm happy doing this. Like, this is fun.
Exactly.
And it just feels so much more rewarding to see the feedback you get, because you're not putting stress on yourself.
Exactly. Like, when you say, I don't want to cut you off, when you say you are not putting pressure on yourself, you're doing it for yourself. And, eventually one or two people out there, see the video and then they find it helpful. And you're doing it because you actually genuinely, you love that. Doing it, and you are not waiting for any reward, because the moment you think that, okay, whatever you are doing, you have to expect all these people, talking things about you go viral. And when that doesn't happen, I talk this many, many times because that's just so true.
It is.
If you wait for the outcome, what about if the outcome doesn't come out the way you want it in your head?
Yeah, it's very damaging.
Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. And then you're just going to quit.
Yeah.
And especially for you, one thing I wanted to talk about, you chose, I go back, you are doing nursing, and, how do you deal with all that stuff? Because I know that you face many things, like maybe people like dying, in your hands and something like that. Talk to me about that, like, a little bit. Like, did you experience something similar to that? Like, maybe somebody dying in your hands and things like that. Because why I'm asking that? First of all, I'm asking that because that's the power of knowing what you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually for me, I would never do that. Like,
it's not for everyone.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
You don't want to do something that, you don't really want to do. You got to face that dark side. You have to understand it's good being a nurse and all that kind of stuff. Of course, especially in the United States, it's a good pay. Let's not go there. But knowing what you really want, understand the dark side of that. You have to deal with that, the mental toughness that you gotta have in order for you to, because you're gonna do that every day
for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. And if you are doing that just because someone, or you think that, oh, it's fun, the pay is good, that should be like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's
and
a
when
red
you
flag.
have to face someone who is dying, have you ever like faced something like that, similar to that? Because you are a nurse assistant now, right? You work as a nurse assistant. Talk to me about it.
So it is a part of the job. Like, anyone in healthcare, like, you're working to save people's life, to nurse people back to good health. But you're going to have to understand that some people are going to die despite all efforts to save them. And it's just, that's how life is. And I think not just with nursing, but anything in the medical field, it's very damaging to your mental health because of the things you see and the things you do, and you forget to even make time for yourself. And, recently, this past week, actually, I experienced my first code blue, which is, basically your patient doesn't have a pulse. Like, they are dying or they're dead. And
oh my God.
Very traumatic. And, nurses on my floor, like, they've seen it all these years that they've been working. So it's kind of just, like, it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
But they've gotten used to it in a way. But for me to experience it for the first time, it was very traumatic, and it did take a toll on me because no one wants to, see someone that you've been taking care of and it's just like it wasn't enough. It's sad.
Right.
But I didn't choose to run away. I chose to stay, and I'm like, well, I want to continue to help more people. And that's how I knew, I'm like, this is for me. Because if you're able to handle the good and the bad, then that's where you're meant to be in that moment in time.
I love that.
Yeah.
If
you can't pick and choose what you want.
I love that.
You gotta
Can you
accept
just
it all.
repeat that last one? If you can handle the good and bad, that's the, what is that again?
Like, then you are where you're meant to be in life. Like,
love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So thank you so much for having you here on the
Thank you
Stars
for
in the
having
Making.
me.
You are definitely a star in the making.
Yes.
And of course, we're gonna go to the game. There is a game that we're gonna have to do, as usual for our guests. And thank you again for being the star in the making and continue being who you are. This influencer, this nice individual as a person. You are very humble and keep working on your dreams. And do you have something else that you want to say, like to mom? Maybe a shout out to mom before we go to the game.
Yeah.
You want to shout out to someone you love?
Shout out to my mom for being my biggest supporter in everything I do. I love you, and I want to give a shout out to everyone in my life who supports me through everything I do. And a final takeaway: just be yourself and follow your dreams.
That's it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go to the game, and thank you, Sukaina. Let's get it. All right. So Sukaina, this is the game. You don't have to respond if you don't want to. You can pass, but yes, you have 3 attempts.
3 attempts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll the wheel, spin the wheel, and let's go. Not too hard though, otherwise we're gonna stay here
Forever.
for the rest of for the rest of our lives. Let's get it. All right.
Ready?
Oh
my God.
Wow, that's a good one. Whoa.
Yeah.
In a relationship?
No, I'm not.
Oh, wow.
I'm working on myself for right now.
Beautiful.
And I'm just gonna let things come to me as they come. But no, I'm not in a relationship.
I love that. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. So spin it again. You got 2 attempts. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Dream job.
Well, there we go with that one.
Yeah.
Dream job.
Yeah.
I want to be a nurse
Yes.
in pediatrics or labor and delivery, or even aesthetic nursing.
Nice. You were doing it.
Yeah.
You were pretty much doing your dream job.
Yeah, I'm working on it, and then I also just want to be an influencer.
Beautiful.
I like
And
that.
you are doing that as well.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Say less.
Nice. You got the last one. Let's go for the
Okay.
last.
Oh, I think I spun it too hard. Maybe.
Oh, no. That was good. Boom. Oh, any siblings?
Yeah. She just had to make this about herself. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I do. I have one sibling, and she's actually doing nursing at Boston College.
Oh, nice. She's doing nursing as well.
Yep.
Wow.
She's
Wow.
a sophomore, so.
Beautiful. Wow, congrats to her.
And taken after me.
Beautiful.
I am leading
she
the
took
way.
it after you. That's it. I wanted one last question. Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Oh, I have a lot of visions,
Yeah.
so get ready.
Yep.
I see myself as being happy and successful. I want to, this is so cheesy, but I want to be married and I want to have my own family.
Yeah.
And I want to be, being an influencer, and I want to just be happy with my job.
Beautiful.
Which is probably being a nurse, but like I just want to be happy and successful, and
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love that. All right. Again, thank you so much for being here on the Stars in the Making. Again, you are truly a star in the making. Continue pushing forward.
Always.
And keep inspiring people with whatever you do. Thank you so much. I hope we inspire you guys. She's really a star in the making. Definitely. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care. We out.
Bye.
Bye.